does not ordinarily reply to non-governmental organizations at the present juncture, given the plethora of allegations made against us. But I believe that we need to make a special exception for Amnesty International, not least because I was greeted on arriving into this distinguished chamber today by the representative from Amnesty, who suggested, giving me the statement, that a reply might help them as well. I think it's important because yesterday Amnesty also released a report on various allegations that again was part of what I might call a bandwagon that is now being built up. But the really sad thing about that report, which I went through carefully yesterday to answer some journalists on my way to the airport, was that it dealt with a lot of very old cases and did not seem to justify the hype with which it was presented, suggesting that the situation in Sri Lanka is really appalling now. I think we need to go back to that report very carefully. It is reminiscent of a report by Human Rights Watch, which said that the Sri Lanka army engaged in indiscriminate attacks on civilians. But on reading the whole report, there was one case only which was cited, and in that the army had acknowledged that the attack, which was unfortunate, was through mortar-locating radar, the LTT at the time having brought in very heavy weaponry into a refugee center. Looking through the statement that was issued, which I gather was different from that which was actually presented, I think the main point it suggests is that we're trying to do nothing, and that is completely wrong. I'm happy to say that just yesterday in Sri Lanka I was delighted that the UN system and the Asia-Pacific Center for Human Rights Commissions is working to strengthen our Human Rights Commission in accordance with the National Action Plan on Human Rights. We regretted that for about 3 years the Human Rights Commission was not assisted because the report suggesting such assistance was suppressed in this very office of the High Commission, and I found that people here had not even seen that very positive report that was issued by someone contracted by the UN. I think we are moving very well on the National Human Rights Action Plan, but it will take some time. On the issue of reconciliation, I hope this chamber will take cognizance of the national policy on reconciliation that has been prepared in my office with consultation of civil society as well as all parties, and which we hope to implement very soon. I think the suggestion that we haven't done anything in the past is complete nonsense, but I do agree that we need to publicize this better, and I hope we will be able to show this chamber and indeed the world how model is our approach to reconciliation. Thank you, Mr. Chair.